Hey, hello everybody. Welcome back to VESN. We are here to stream the state championship for League of Legends Spring 2022, and I couldn't be more excited to be here to watch these matches play out.
Absolutely, absolutely. We've been following this most of the tournament, and yeah, it's going to be an exciting match between Don Tyson and the Mavericks.
Yeah, Southside's coming into this playing extremely well, but so is Don Tyson. They're two extremely evenly matched teams. We talked a little bit about it last night and what we were kind of looking for in these matches and some of the matchups that we're going to see. But these are two highly skilled teams, highly ranked players, and I can't wait to watch them go at each other on the Rift today.
Yeah, we've got some footage here. We're going to roll up until time to start, talk about some of their gameplay and whatnot. But we're waiting for an invite, and we'll get this game underway. It starts at 4 o'clock, so if you're watching us now, you're a little early, and we're going to try to entertain you until they get going.
Okay, so while we watch this, guys, as much as I hate to do it, I guess we need to everyone pick between Fort Smith Southside and Don Tyson. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Southside on this one, Woo Pal. I said it last night, so I'm gonna stick with my pick. I know, and here's the one reason why is that top lane. I think if Southside can control the top lane and not try to push through there, Don Tyson's so strong up there with Laugh Wizard. I think if they can control him a little bit and just kind of keep him from getting fed, I think that's the key to this game for Southside, and that's one reason why I'm picking them. Two, their jungler is very, very strong. They're strong across the board. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just picking out some of the players that I've seen that we've streamed and watched live. And man, their jungle's very strong. Their team plays great. Their support's great. So I'm going to go with Southside on this. I know Don Tyson's the juggernaut. I could very easily pick Don Tyson. But I'm going to go with Southside too because of the objective control that we saw in the first game in the semifinals. Don Tyson kind of got caught off guard, I think, by that. And so I'm sure they'll be more aware of that today. But I'm still going to give my edge to Southside.
I can't fault you for that pick, my friend. I can't. I think either way you go in this one is a win-win. Uh, okay, I hate to do it, but I'm going to pick one, and I'm going to go with Don Tyson. I just think that their champion pool is huge. I think you only get so many bans. Okay, you can't ban out every champion these guys play. The mid laner is strong. The top lane, obviously, we've talked about that, is strong. We saw their jungle make some incredible plays around the map. Their support's strong. Their ADC strong. I mean, there's not a weakness. And you're right, ASMSA did in their semifinal match. They did win the first match, and it was due to objective control. Well, as soon as Don Tyson saw that, they knew something was wrong. They fixed it the next two matches and just swept them. I mean, they were so strong from there on out. The next two matches went in their favor. Their draft was strong. Their objective control was there. Their champion play was just on point. So I think it's gonna be a great match. But I have got to go with Phoenix Legends from Don Tyson in this one.
Oh yeah, I agree with both of y'all. I'm gonna not straddle the fence though. I'm gonna choose one, but I'm gonna choose one a little different method than y'all do. Y'all know a little bit more about this game than I do, but I'm gonna go with Southside just because I love the love they give us in our chat.
Okay, can't fault you there for that one either,
Just
Strano. That's fair.
Don Tyson's definitely comfortable being in the championship, and I do believe Southside is absolutely ready to face the Don Tyson dynasty. Either one of them can do well. It's a 50-50 flip, so I'm going to go with Southside just because of that.
Well,
Hey,
guys, before we kick off into the League of Legends, are we on time or how's things looking on the match, guys?
I haven't got an invite yet.
Okay.
So
The game
Well,
code won't come out till 4, so
okay.
yeah.
Well, I tell you what, we've already had some excellent action across the state of Arkansas and other games. So, guys, if you want to, let's just touch base on those real quick. I've kind of got some of the scores and some of the stuff pulled up that I was able to watch and enjoy myself. Uh, and I'm gonna start us off. I'll kind of mention a little bit and then let you guys talk and give me your thoughts on it. But the first thing I watched today was the Madden Championship. Unfortunately, there were some technical difficulties. I think it may be on DeQueen's side. They had like some network issues going on, so it kind of messed the match up a little bit, and they had to kind of work through it. But they did. Uh, I'm going to throw this out here, but before I continue, this is a reason we need something on site. I
It
do
has
not
to
like
be
the
on
virtual
site,
setup.
yes.
These kids deserve a stadium. We need to get them in somewhere, and we need to stream this thing all in one setting. I think this needs to happen, and I'll get off my horse before I start on that spiel. But we did see the Pain Train come out on top from DeQueen. They did defeat Northside Fort Smith. It was a great match. That young player from DeQueen is incredible.
yeah, and I think that player from DeQueen is a sophomore. I could be wrong there, but he's definitely not a senior. I know that's the big question from a lot of people.
I think
I'm
you're
going
right.
to agree with you, Upal, 150%. These kids deserve to have an in-person playoff. They deserve to look across the room and see the person they're playing face to face. And
Absolutely.
that would completely alleviate any kind of technical or internet difficulties. So I'm a huge proponent for that. But nice job by the Pain Train there, and congratulations on getting that dub today.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a great match to play. Fun one to watch for sure. So next up, we had a Mario Kart series. I got to enjoy some of that footage. That was a load of fun to watch. We got to see the Willie Good Time from Northside Fort Smith again versus the Windshield Wipers from Searcy High School. That's some great names. I love it. But we did see the Willie
Windshield
Good
wipers.
Time. Yeah, I know Windshield Wipers. The Willie Good Time did come out on top on that one. I think it was a final of 3-1. I don't have that in front of me, guys. You might be able to recheck me on that one, but I did get to enjoy that match, and it was super fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm really glad they've introduced Mario Kart. This is the first season for it. Congratulations to Coach April Coach. She will be on the stream with us here in just a few minutes, and having the teams in the playoffs. And man, she's running a powerhouse program over there at Northside.
There is a reason
Absolutely.
they call her a super coach.
I mean, she's definitely that. She deserves that title for sure. Kind of helps keep everything going in one in a linear line here. She kind of keeps everything straight, which is very important. Uh, Next up, I know we had some Smash Brothers action. Had the Arkansas High School Cyberhogs go against the Smashing Wolves from Rogers New Technology High School. Man, what a great battle that was! Super Smash Brothers. These kids are unbelievable. Their timing, their combos. They know where to go, where to stand. Which it blows my mind. I play Super Smash and beat my kids, and that's about it. I kind of enjoy that when I can, but it was a great battle. The eventual winner was Arkansas High School. Uh, Foo, I know you can touch on this a little bit more. That duck hunt play is something to watch.
Yeah, I actually picked the Hogs yesterday, so I guess I did get that one wrong. But man, watching the duck hunt and watching the video of that, and I didn't have a whole lot of video to watch, but what I got to watch was phenomenal. The gameplay was excellent, and it was fun to watch. Like I said, it's a little nostalgic watching the duck hunt, so that's always fun. Bring back the original Nintendo, character there, and
That's
I
right.
loved watching it, man. It's just it was fun to watch. Those kids are extremely, extremely talented, and to play any of these games at the level they play it takes tons and tons of dedication, intelligence, hard work, and hats off to them. And congrats for getting that championship today, man. It's just awesome.
Absolutely. And you were right. It was Arkansas High School. The Hogs did pull out the win in that one.
Oh, okay. I thought Rogers got the win on that one. I'm sorry. Well, go Hogs then.
I better recheck myself here, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Super Smash, yeah. Let's see. Yep, you're right, man. I think I had my notes backwards. the Smashing Wolves from Rogers New Technology did win that one. That's my fault.
Hey, did you get an invite, Chuck?
I sure did. We were right on schedule.
Okay.
I'm in the spectator zone, so we should be set up to go to game pretty soon.
Awesome.
Hopefully internets are not an issue on this end, but yeah, even when you have good internets, the goblins come in the line sometimes.
Yeah, and for those that watched the Rocket League match, that was a really impressive match. We got to watch the
Wow.
last little bit of that between
Wow.
the Cabot High School and the Bryant High School. That was
Wow.
there's some top notch players there, Strano. Top notch.
I missed that one. I was thinking for sure Bryant was going to be able to pull it out, but Cabot showed me that the full court press, that their aerial assault was going to end up winning the day. Bryant, they play a very good disciplined ball, but it seemed like after the third or fourth match, they started coming apart a little bit, and the pressure, I think, just got to them. They were missing things just by inches, but in Rocket League, that's usually a sign either that you're, having internet connection troubles or that you're just trying too hard. You're just pushing too hard.
Hey, I got the pleasure of watching, I think, the last 4 matches of that. And my takeaway from that is going to be kind of the old football adage of defense wins championships. Because, man, that defensive pressure that they were able to put out there, they really, really slowed Bryant down. And, I mean, I was shocked by that because Chuck had talked so much about just their offensive onslaught, and I thought we were going to see a really high-scoring game. And so when these were ended up, 3-1 or 3-0 or even 2, I think, on one of them, I was surprised by that. But, I mean, it was excellent defensive play that won that series.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't indicative of the rest of the tournament. That was not indicative of the rest of the tournament. The rest of the tournament, the games were high scoring, high action, high octane. And, yeah, you're right. These were very defensive.
Yeah, and that one player from Wast RL, I think his name was Dibben. Strano, we got to watch him kind of a little bit. That young man is very impressive.
Yes, very. Watched him all tournament, and he'd carry it in, dribble off the nose, aerial all the way across the map. There was just very little anybody could do to stop him. And Brian, in the first few games, they done a good job of kind of containing that. But like I said, just as the game went on, looks like everybody's gathering in the.
Good deal. While the match is getting started, guys, we'll get back on League of Legends here. We mentioned this in our pregame stream last night that these two teams have met before. Don Tyson and Fort Smith have met before. It was a 1-1 tie, and I think they played at the end of March. So here we are in the state finals for a rematch. And guys, I expect something very similar to that outcome. Obviously, it won't be a tie this time, however.
No, will not end in a tie.
No, I expect this to match to be very, very even. It's gonna be just like any other League of Legends match, though. Whoever can capitalize on the first team's mistake is going to be the team that's going to get the edge in the match. And they're so good, they're not going to make a whole lot of mistakes, and that's what's going to be fun to watch, is to see which team can pressure the other team into making that misstep or maybe just a misclick even.
Right.
And that's who's really going to get the edge.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a couple of keys to watching this. Of course, we talk about objectives. Towers, inhibitors, Baron, Dragon. I think that's very important to see kind of who plays around the different pits. The Dragon pit plays around the Baron. I think it's going to be important to have vision control in the jungle. These teams are both very good at getting vision and taking vision away from the opposite team, which I think we're going to see a lot of today. And something I want to watch, Fui, you mentioned this before. Both these junglers are very impressive. I think, they tend to kind of look at their mid lane and kind of babysit mid and top and kind of let the bottom just, feed, get some CS up and wait for a certain team fight before they actually pull them off the bottom lane. But I definitely want to see these junglers and see how they play with their mid lanes, with their top lane, how they choose it. And I'm looking forward to the draft. Like, how can you even ban against these teams? Their champion pool is so deep. I'm curious how they're going to try to combat each other in that one.
I'll tell you how you combat it, Wu Pao. You pick the lesser of all the evils.
That's
That's
true.
exactly what you do because you're right. Their champion pool is so deep that you have to decide which champion you just don't want to have to deal with because they're all
Sure.
going to be good when they play them. And so you're not going to be able to ban them out to the point that they're going to be ineffective. I also really want to see these two supports and see how they support their team, see how they're playing. Neither one of these supports do anything to harm their team. That's what's impressive about their play. They don't give up kills. They're not feeding the enemy at all. They play smart. That's one thing I really really want to watch. They're going to have a ton of assists. I guarantee you, they're going to play well. I I would think there would be a Nautilus ban in this for sure. But we'll see. Like I said, it may be more important to ban out other lanes. I'm not sure how they'll play that, but I guarantee you these kids have been working on a strategy ever since they knew this match was going to happen. And they
Absolutely.
they have been brainstorming and scheming and trying to figure out a way to outsmart their opponent.
Oh, absolutely. You're 100% right about that, and okay, I'm just going to shut up because we're going to move into the draft here. Aatrox banner out the gate. I'm not a bit surprised by that one.
And they're going to get the Zac out of there. That's very, very smart. I've seen that Zac jungle play, and it is nasty.
Yep, another strong ban here. The Rumble ban. That is a champion that mid laner from Don Tyson loves to play. So getting rid of that is a very smart move.
And man, they're moving right through this. They're going to get the Victor out of there and the Zed. Victor, that's a very good ban too because we've seen that in multiple games, and that's very strong play in the mid lane.
Yep, finish up the first set of bans with the Yasuo, which is a champion that I think everyone should ban every single game. So I like that ban anyways.
Fair enough.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, like I said, he played in low elo. He's played in mid elo. He's played in high elo. You'll see him in world champion tournaments. So he's just a good all around player. And we are going to get a Nautilus. All right, I love
Yep.
it. Love the Nautilus pick. Solid support play from the Nautilus. We've seen it all throughout this tournament. So nice to see the Nautilus
Yeah.
pick come in here.
Yeah, Sofa has played that. She got to play it. I say she. I don't know why I say that. I guess I'm just used to that maybe. But Sofa played this support champion in the semifinals and was super strong on it. Set up some great team fights. So yeah, you're right. That's a great pick.
We're going to have the Mordekaiser up here in the top lane. I love it. Love it. Love it. That's going to be a setup for a slugfest right there, Shrino and Wu Pao. And you know that I love the slugfest in the top lane, so this is right up my alley.
Yeah. Yeah, you've really been talking about the top lane and how pivotal that is to this matchup here.
Okay, so they're going to try to counter the Nautilus with a Soraka support down bottom. I like that. I like this Soraka. The silence is strong. Heals are strong. Her ultimate is great. So I think that's a good counter pick.
I agree, Wu Pao. I like the Soraka, and I with you. I love her ultimate. The fact that it almost has unlimited range. You can help from across the map. So when you have great map awareness like these teams, you can really effectively play that Soraka.
Yeah, and here we have the Darius pick. Man, this is going to be outstanding. In one of the semifinal games last week, the actually Laugh Wizard played Darius, and AG Turtle played Mordekaiser. So they're going to kind of switch champions here a little bit. So this ought to be interesting to see how this plays out in the top lane.
You think maybe that's I can play it better than you pick?
I think that's a very good possibility. I sure do.
Hey, do you think we'll see the Shack attack again?
I think it's coming, my friend. I sure do. Oh, and oh man, mid laner for Don Tyson gets that Kennen pick. And I mentioned before, that Kennen pick was 10-0-5 in the last semifinal. Okay, that Kennen is super strong in the mid lane. I think that is a great pick.
Yeah, and it's going to be played into the Karthus, and I like the Karthus pick too. But on the Kinnan pick, well, I thought about that earlier this week. Wu Pao, you talked about him going 10-0 on that Kinnan. You know how impressive that is because Kinnan is super squishy.
Right.
Like that is a champion that could probably be three-shotted by just a typical champion, and to not take a death at all in a match on a Kinnan, man, that's unthinkable to me. Like I can't even fathom that.
What's the worst that could happen?
I'm with you on that, absolutely. You know, and I think the Viego, getting rid of that, I think that's a smart move for Don Tyson. You know, Fort Smith Southside plays a very strong Viego, so I'm glad that's they're going to be glad that's off the board. Fort Smith probably didn't want to see that happen, but good call on their part on that one. Jinx ban, no surprise there. Jinx is a very strong champion right now and would have been picked up by either one.
Yeah, and they're going to get rid of the Ari too, so they're going to take away a bunch of mobility that could come in there from Ari. And I agree with you on the Jinx pick. We've seen that in the playoffs, and it was very strong play. It wasn't played to the point of kind of taking over the whole game, but it was just that ADC was always in there and always in the fight and always pumping out damage and helping the team.
Absolutely. You know, and something else to look at here, this Karthus pick, I wonder if that's going to be mid or possibly even jungle. You know, Fort Smith Southside's jungler has a way of playing champions that may not necessarily be a jungler, so to speak. You know, we've seen him play the Malphite jungle, which was extremely strong. So I'm curious if this is going to be a mid lane or a jungle.
That could go either way. It could even be Darius jungle. I don't think it will be, but that could happen with Karthus in the mid lane. And we're going to have Ashe come in here. I like the Ashe pick. I said recently reworked. Tons and tons of slowing potential. Great team fight potential. The ultimate anywhere on the map. The ultimate with the stun and the damage. And now also read in the patch notes that her critical strikes, they don't crit anymore. They just slow you even more. So
Absolutely.
she can really put you on a crawl from the ADC position.
Okay, and we see the Syndra pick come back in here. Man, that mid laner plays a very strong Syndra. I think that's a comfort pick. On the opposite side, I think the Ashe is a comfort pick for Moki. Plays Ashe very well. And we're going to finish up Fort Smith Southside with an Olaf. Wow.
Hey, all I can say is we've already seen Olaf in these
Yes.
playoffs, and holy cow, what a terror on the Rift. Wow, that Olaf play was off the chain. I love the pick. His rework is awesome. His shield, OP is all I gotta say. Olaf, if you cannot CC him, you must run from him.
You know, and what's crazy, the Olaf was actually played by Don Tyson. So, you know, now
Yeah,
we
this-
see Fort Smith picking it up. So I think that a lot of this match is like, hey, you're going to try this? Let me show you how to play this champion.
Yeah, it does seem that way. It does. I'm having troubles rectifying which side's which because of this.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I have to keep looking at my notes here a little bit. But, you know, guys, I'm seeing Karthus ADC, Nautilus support. That's an interesting combination to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not something you see often.
No, but I like this. You got the control mages, you got the bruisers, you got Nautilus that can build into a tank. You don't have as much tanky on the Don Tyson side, but you've got lots of CC, lots of movement. So, I mean, I really like this draft. I like what both teams are thinking here.
Yeah, I do too, guys. And I know we talked about the junglers, and I really think that this match here is going to come across whichever jungler gets the quicker start. You know, Olaf is, like you said, he's a bruiser, hard to kill, can pump out some damage. Well, Kayn is the same way, except the mobility is a little stronger with Kayn. So his ability to move from mid lane to top lane is going to be better. Man, I still say, I keep saying this over and over, that top lane, Mordekaiser Darius, I'm going to be glued to that one. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, this Ag Turtle and Laugh Wizard have obviously provided us with lots of entertainment in these playoffs. So, two really great players. I said all these players are great. Um, I said it's not that we're picking favorites or anything like that. It's just stuff that sticks out to us and what we see. I said the Darius play was crazy, and so I can't wait to see these two teams go at it. Hey guys, we do have Coach Moore joining us during the spectator delay. He just hopped in here. Coach Moore, welcome to the stream. Excited to have you on. Thank you very much for doing this.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for having me today.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you coming on. I believe you were one of the first coaches we talked to on stream.
Right. Yeah. It's been an interesting day for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's been a busy day too, Coach. I know it's
Yeah.
been, of course, your Rocket League team. You know, great match earlier. That was so much fun to watch, Coach. It really was. Your team was well prepared and they played super well.
Thank you. I wish I could claim that team. They definitely represent Bryant. We do have a Rocket League coach,
Right, Sean Foster. Yeah, I
Sean
talked to
Foster.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And stuff. I wish I could claim that, but Coach Foster does such a great job with those guys. Definitely there for moral support today, because we do look at it as one big family,
You bet.
but playing in a couple different games. But so I showed up today to encourage them, and they did so great. I'm so proud of those guys. This is the first time that we've returned to the really. There's kind of a backstory, but this is the first time that we've really returned to the state finals since the very first Rocket League championship, the official at least. We did win the 2020 COVID year, but that didn't count. I found out,
Oh,
so that was more of a play versus thing than a state thing. But yeah, so I'm really proud of these guys, and we've gotten so close for so long, and to finally get there. And I mentioned I've mentioned in your chat that the first two games were the best because those guys were on fire. The first two games, if you got a chance to watch them, I thought we were going to roll, and I just thought maybe we had demoralized them early and stuff, but definitely got to give it up to Cabot because they came back those last four games and just really showed us it was a close game all the way until the very end. So, but definitely nothing to hang our heads about because I was just happy for those guys. So.
Hey, shout out to you, Coach, for showing up for their match. I've talked to Strino before after we talked to you the first time. Loved having you talk, your commentary, and I even told Strino, I said, hey, if my kids had to play for a coach, I want it to be Coach Moore. I can tell you care about your kids. I can tell you care about your program, and just congratulations to you for making it to the finals, but also for being an esports coach in the state of Arkansas and doing everything you do for these kids. I really, really appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, this is it. This is something that kind of found me. It wasn't something that I was initially into, and whenever I wanted to give an opportunity to kids that I know aren't well represented in schools, and so now they've kind of it's kind of flipped the page on me. I want to give these kids an opportunity, and now they're definitely giving me the opportunity, and so I just really appreciate the gaming community in general, and these kids. I mean, these are some of the smartest, brightest kids that we've got, and they've been underrepresented for a long time. So it's great that we have an opportunity to do that. So to give back and to let these kids know that we do care, and that even though it's not a traditional role that you normally see, these kids, some of these kids, is the only thing they've got, and so. So I think it's very important that esports in general grows to capture more of these kids.
I agree with you 100%, Coach. And you make excellent, valid points that I've seen in our own program. And you're exactly right. These kids deserve to be represented. That's one reason why we wanted to do the stream. You know, they deserve to have their match streamed. They worked hard. They worked extremely hard to get here. These are extremely intelligent children, and they should be celebrated just like anybody else.
Exactly, and that's why, and that's why whenever you mentioned about the live championships, to me, this is the only thing I can think of that meets virtually, and that's it, and has such stakes, and stuff. So, I understand this year it was kind of a late thing, and I understand that we've, COVID kind of changed some things for a while, but it's definitely something that that we should. That we definitely need to look into, and I know that there is a new leadership committee that right now that it's still young, it's new, but I know that leadership committee is going to be pushing for that. That's going to be one of the first things on the docket, is to really push for those live championships so these kids get that opportunity. So hopefully we can have some major event in an arena or gaming facility, or to me it doesn't matter where where we go. It's just a matter of representing these kids.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like I said, we're totally on the same page. I promise you. Hey, Coach, this match is going to kick off here. We're going to start commentating it so we can talk about these kids and their gameplay. Thank you so much for coming on the stream. We appreciate you and everything you do. Thank you very, very much.
No problem. Thank you guys so much for what you're doing today for these two teams. Even though they're not your school, that shows how how much commitment you have to these kids. So thank you for definitely representing these kids. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure.
Our pleasure, absolutely.
You guys have a great day.
You too.
Thanks, Coach.
Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, guys, it's actually happening. We're on the Rift, and these two teams are going at it. All right.
Man,
Man, I'm
stoked for this one, guys. Stoked. I've been ready for this, and they're already trading back and forth in every lane. This is just they're setting the pace already for the game, and I can tell you right now, it's going to be high action.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be, but man, this is going to be superb gameplay, superb farming. I mean, just everything about this is going to be great. Man, yeah, I've been pumped up about this ever since I knew we were going to get the opportunity to stream this and commentate it. I absolutely love it. And man, they are already setting an extreme pace here just on the farming.
Absolutely, yeah. All lanes are doing a great job, of course, right now. This Mordekaiser Darius, here we go, already getting a little movement here in the jungle. Oh boy, Kane's in trouble.
Yep, here we go, and they're going to just slug it out right off the bat. I love it.
Oh, Darius, first blood on Kane. Good pick right there.
Yep, very nice. And he's going to get a double whoop out.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh boy.
And he's going to get out of there, and Olaf's going to pick it up.
Yeah, and he's going to squirt out of there. There we go with the Laugh Wizard.
First blood times 3.
Yeah, he shut down the Laugh Wizard, and Ag Turtle comes out better on the better end of that. Nice job starting off there.
All right, so let's can we clarify who's in which lane?
Oh yeah, Smith is blue, and Don Tyson is in the red.
All right, thank you, sir.
And yeah, like you said right there, man, that Darius pick right there, that gets him early Merc treads, which is only going to help him even farther against the Mordekaiser. And then Olaf coming in with 2 assists. The Syndra even gets in there just to get 3 assists. You talk about early leads on those 3. That's going to be something they're going to have to deal with that pretty quick. Don Tyson is. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that and Wupao, that almost looked like a fight for Rift Herald there, and it's not even there yet. So that's just awesome. I mean, everybody collapsed on that.
Absolutely, and that's that's kind of what I was want to touch on is that vision control. Good job, getting that early crab there in the river. I think that's kind of what helped them catch out that Kane in the first place.
Now we got the Olaf down here just visiting the bottom lane here, seeing if he could pick up something. I don't think he's going to, so he's just going to continue farming. But nice job just putting some pressure down there and helping out his bottom lane, showing up and letting him know, hey, I'm here and I'm watching you.
Absolutely. You know, Mordekaiser's going to be even more careful with this Darius, even though he's fed. Now he's got double buffs for a little longer, too. So he's going to have free roam for a little bit. He was even out of lane for a little while and is still above on CS. So that Darius is going to be one to watch, guys.
Yeah, and you see Mordekaiser already picking up the defensive item to deal with the Darius.
Hard to believe mid lane's already got their ultimate. We got a level 6 there with MQZ picking it up.
Oh, I think, yep, the Ashe is going to go down there. Nice dip, but nice hook by that support, by that Nautilus.
Yeah, and what you just mentioned there, Strano, this Kennen's in trouble, and he's going to go down. Absolutely.
Went down to that first ultimate coming up. Yeah, that's just...
Woo. Oh, man. Kane, if he would have had a little bit of more time, a little more space, he could have got a great pick on the Darius in the top lane. But good movement by Darius. And there we go again. We see that Olaf getting an early dragon. That pressure they put on early in the game is helping set this all up.
Yeah, and MQZ already level 7 in the mid lane.
Wow. Just a little over 6.5 in, too, Chuck. That is impressive.
Yeah, that's a level a minute. I don't do that. I don't level a minute.
And something else to watch, guys. There's so much kill potential coming out from this Darius and the Olaf and the Syndra. Well, if they get people low and they're able to retreat to towers, then you have the Karthus ult to deal with here in a little bit. You know, the Karthus ult, of course, we all know is a global ultimate that can kill you if you're low health, and their team kill potential is just so high.
And speaking of ultimates, we've got both top laners now.
Well,
Yeah,
we're prepared to watch some dunks here.
Do we want to guess a time on the first
Mordekaiser ult?
out? No, the first mythic item to come out.
Ooh.
Oh, that's yeah. I'm telling you, it's going to be soon. Of course, these teams are really good about, especially Fort Smith. They like early boots. You know, Cinder picked up early boots. The Darius got early boots. They like that mobility. They like the ability to move and roam around the map as they need to.
Yeah, and this just goes to show you, like, Laugh Wizard knows that Darius has the early lead, so he is specifically building defensive items to try to counter that.
Well, and speaking of mythics, it's not too far, I'm telling you. This Karthus has a kill. He's already got a lost chapter. I think he's going to try to pick up an early mythic, whether it be a Ludens or whether it be a Leandries. Either one. I think the bottom lane is probably going to get it quicker. I think Karthus will be the first one with the mythic.
All right, only time will tell that. I'm just, this top lane bruiser battle, I'm just waiting for that Mordekaiser to do his ultimate, because that just burns me every time it happens to me.
Well, you're right, too. Normally that would be the case, but, you know, this Darius right now is just very strong, and the Mordekaiser just has to play under tower for the most part.
Oh, yeah, Darius is now level 7, and Mordekaiser just got level 7. Really fast-paced leveling by all of them.
And that it's really hard to do, too. When you know you're behind and you know you can't really go toe-to-toe with who you're matched up and lane in, it takes a lot of discipline to hold yourself back and say, you know what, I'm just going to farm and try to catch up. I'll take a couple of trades if I know that they're good for me, and I'm just going to continue to farm and try to catch up.
Right. You know, something else to look at here, guys, is in the bottom lane. I talked about the Karthus a little bit, and the reason I mentioned that is because he is ahead nearly 30 CS in that bottom lane.
Oh, here comes out the top gank.
Yep.
I think they may catch him on this one.
I think they... Oh, AG Turtle.
Oh, my God.
Almost got
They're
out, but
going
no,
for it.
he goes down.
They get him. Yeah, they do get him. Man, it was so close, too. And here you go, though.
Ooh.
Here's
Yeah,
here's your 1,000 IQ play, though. Now, this is what Mordekaiser's been waiting for. He's going to get that plate gold right there, and that's going to allow him to catch up to that Darius a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good thing that Kane got the kill, because the Mordekaiser is going to get 2 plates off that tower, and Kane picks up the extra bounty. But here we see another trade. That Syndra is bullying the Kennen at the moment.
Yeah, you can't be everywhere at once. You can't build your team to be everywhere at once.
And good job here by Fort Smith. You know, the Olaf did a good job getting that Herald early, pushing in that mid lane. Syndra's already got a lead, so they're really trying to crack that tower here early.
Yeah, and she's gonna, even though the jungler's coming up here trying to help, she's still gonna just force him out. And Olaf gonna come in from the backside of the tower there. Very nice job by the jungler coming up and helping his mid laner.
Absolutely, just giving her a little bit of room to get a little more pressure on that tower, push the minions in, and get that tower that much closer to being destroyed.
And is that a Leandries there? You did call it right, I think, Wupao.
It's a Leandries, absolutely.
Yeah. Karthus is rocking and rolling down his bottom lane. He'll definitely be able to take on Ashe down there and just dominate with that item lead.
Yeah, the Karthus, you know, it can put out so much damage so quickly. The Q is just almost a spammable ability, and now you got the ability to hook them in with the Nautilus. The Leandry's burn damage is really tough, and that Karthus has just managed to get such a early lead on the CS, almost up to 100 CS here at the 11:30 mark.
So we're gonna have mythic item out here before the 12-minute mark.
That's impressive. It's very impressive.
Wupao. That's some LCS stuff right there.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah, Fort Smith said they were ready for Don Tyson, and by the looks of the early game, it certainly looks like they were.
And you know, something else to mention, that Kayn, you know, they got that early pick on the Darius there and got the extra bounty, which set him up to have an early Gore Drinker. So now the Kayn, his ability to kill is that much higher now.
Yeah, and they really are. He's been roaming around that top lane quite a bit, Wupao. I mean, he's been all over the place, don't get me wrong, but definitely noticed him up here, and they're going to try to come in again. They're going to try to see if they can't get this Darius, and they will.
It's going to happen.
And there's your Gore Drinker right there, Wupao.
Yeah, and you know, this is what happens is the teams are so intelligent at this time of day. They see that the Darius get the early lead, and they're like, okay, you got the early lead, but now the Kayn knows, hey, everybody else is doing okay. I'm going to babysit my top lane a little bit and get this Mord fed a little bit where he can kind of handle the Darius by himself, and that's what's happening right here.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
And Olaf coming here, but he may get caught out here, Wupao. He's going to have to pull out the ultimate, but
true.
No, they're not going to be able to dive him, because if he didn't have that ultimate, Wupao, I think they get him right there.
Absolutely. They're going all in for that one, no doubt.
Now everybody, they're all going back there as they come back up to the top. Southside comes back up to the top.
Yeah, and the bottom lane's going to go in here. Nice job by the Karthus. Nice exhaust right there. Nice job by the support. Man, excellent team play there in that bottom lane, Wupao.
Absolutely, and that's, you know, you mentioned that earlier, this Nautilus play. I mean, I'd like to see his hook percentage. I wish that was a stat that League of Legends could keep, because I guarantee you it's 80%.
Yeah, it's like he just doesn't miss with that hook, and you got to be smart with that. You know, it can't be blocked by the walls and by minions, and so you have to know when you can use it and when you can't. But it is a skill shot, and so you have to have the control to be able to control it.
Absolutely, and what's so important about that bottom lane there, you know, Karthus doesn't have a lot of range, and that's where that Nautilus comes in so handy. They can hook them into the range of the Karthus, and then Karthus can just pump out that damage.
Yeah, and once he does pull them into, if he uses the depth charges, that slows everybody around him, so that means the Karthus has even more time to pump out damage.
Absolutely.
There's
our first dunk, but it's not going to be enough.
It was
that
with the burn damage.
bleed.
Wow,
that bleed was a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't a two-handed rim shaker, but I don't know. It was definitely a dunk.
Wow. Well, you know, I didn't notice that the Darius did pick up an early sheen, and that probably helped that little bit of extra damage right there.
And we got a tower going down there in the mid.
Yep.
Oh, and they're going to pay for it, maybe? Can she get away? Does not look like it.
Breaking out the ultimate.
Yep, there's the ultimate from the Kayn, and a good pick on Syndra.
Yep.
Yeah.
They had to
She
use
gets
two
the
ults
tower.
to get it, but they do get it.
Yeah, they lost the tower, but they got the kill.
You know, and I think with the Kayn, the kind of mobility Kayn has, and already having his Gore Drinker and having early boots, I think that's probably a trade they're willing to take at this point.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I would say that any day. Probably
Yeah, I would
for
take
any
that. I
team.
would-
I mean, yeah, if I can get your tower and you're going to get me for it, that's fine. I'll take that trade because now I have your tower and I have lane pressure.
yeah. Especially if I can secure my tower with my minion push.
Absolutely, and you know, it's this early in the game, it's almost kind of can be looked at like a free back. Oh, there's that Karthus.
man. There's
Great
that bird damage for you, Whoop Out.
Absolutely. Good use of his wall right there, just slow him down just enough to keep him in Q range, and just paid for it. That Soraka is easy to kill too. It's just very squishy bottom lane.
Don Tyson kind of balanced things out in the top lane, but it seems like the other two lanes they're struggling with at the moment.
Yeah,
Well,
the
something
Kennen losing the
else.
tower is gonna really force him to have to play super safe because he's not a bruiser. He's not going to go up there in front line, so that's really going to affect that mid lane losing that tower early.
Absolutely. You know, now we see Fort Smith has got all 5 mythics online. Every champion has their mythic built and completed. So they're in a much better state to take a team fight right here, especially with the Herald going down the bottom lane. And we're going to see a team fight here in the river, guys. It's coming.
Hey, this is super. This is 1,000 IQ play, Woo Pal, because you send out the Herald, the Drake spawns, and a second later. So now you're forcing them to have to deal with either letting you have a free Drake, fight over it, or let that Herald run up the bottom lane. Man,
Either
love
way
it.
you win, yeah.
I love it. It's win for them.
Oh, what
Yeah.
a fight. Oh, my goodness. It's back and forth right
Bodies
now, guys.
everywhere.
But
Ooh,
it's even. 2-2 right now. Oh, there's the Karthus ultimate right there.
Wow. Yep.
all of them backing off.
But-
Who ended up getting the Drake? Nobody. Is it still up?
It's still up.
It's still up.
They
Oh
didn't even
wow!
over the Drake yet.
Wow!
Wow.
You know, that was, you know, each team lost 3 right there. But like you said before, Floyd, putting that Herald down, the Olaf putting the Herald down, got the turret, and they were able to still get pressure, and they came out even on the team fight. So, you know, right there, Fort Smith still came out ahead on that one, quite significant, I think.
I said,
And
I
it looks like they're
agree.
still going dragon, so we're going to have another replay of what just happened. Oh my goodness!
Oh, it's going to happen. And Don Tyson has to fight this. They are, you know, Fort Smith already has 2 dragons.
Yeah,
We're gonna
no, they've
concede
got
it.
3.
Nice job there by Fort Smith, recognizing that, and nice job getting there and burning that down before Don Tyson could get there to answer it.
Yeah, the Cinder is caught in the pit, though. I think that they can't help her. She's just going to have to go down.
Yep. I said, once again, there's a trade you take, though. I'll take Dragon if you get 1 kill.
Absolutely. You know, you look at, oh, here we go in the mid lane
Yeah, but
again.
Nautilus is in trouble, and he just got
Yeah.
caught in that ultimate, right? That's what happened to him.
All season since February's been building up to this, and what a fight we're seeing.
I said there's just no way to call everything single thing that's happening at one time, Woo Pal.
No.
And Chuck, man, it's just there's so much going on. It's like I see it, but I mean, wow, especially these team fights, man, they are really intense and so fast paced.
Yeah, I see it, but I don't know what's going on. I just love it.
And, you know, at this point in the game, I really thought we'd see Fort Smith with a little bit more of a lead. You know, they have 3 dragons, they have 2 heralds, they've got 2 towers down. Their gold leads not very, you know, not real high, but
Yeah,
you
just
know,
about
it just seems like
3K.
Fort Smith or Don Tyson's positioning is just so good. They're still making them pay in these team fights, and pretty soon, okay, I say pretty soon, right now, Don Tyson now has all their mythics online except for Soraka support. So they're in a lot better shape, even better than they were before to take some team fights.
Now, the thing that gets me is these teams are so good. I mean, it's 12-8, which that's not a huge difference, but you add in the Drakes there, Woo Pal. And I mean, how is Don Tyson still so close on gold? I mean, it just almost seems impossible.
It does to me too. And honestly, I'm looking at the CS lead, and most of the lanes they're Don Tyson's behind, except for the top lane. Mordekaiser's doing a really good job of last hitting in the top lane, and you know the gold lead. I thought it would be more too. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't really understand why it's so
Yeah.
little.
But Don Tyson's definitely been controlling that top lane. That's where they've been putting the pressure. That's where they're winning this match. But Southside, of course, taking the other two lanes, taking the dragons, taking the towers. You know, I still feel pretty comfortable if I'm Southside.
Yeah,
Well,
but this
and-
next dragon's going to be huge, huge, guys.
Yeah, we got a dragon up, and now Herald is gone and replaced by the Baron. So I fully expect there to be some positioning and some warding going around this Baron pit here real soon.
Absolutely anybody's game here at 20 minutes in.
I love that you just mentioned that, because if you look at the wards on the map, of course I know we can see them all and they can't, but I mean it's almost a carbon copy for each side on where the wards are at on the map and how many
Absolutely.
are out there.
Yeah, definitely vision. Vision is everywhere.
A summoner has disconnected.
Oh,
Oh no.
Has re-
oh no.
Okay,
There
we'll
we
see a
go.
pause come out here.
We
Seems
did
like
get the
some-
pause.
Some technical difficulties possibly going on here. Hopefully,
Once
nothing too
again,
severe.
something that could be resolved by being in person, Wu Pao. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I do not understand it. I really don't. You know,
We do not want to see a replay of that Madden that happened this
No.
morning.
no, that was somewhat of a debacle and kind of hard to. You know, the coaches did a good job of figuring it out and making it work, but you know,
I'm getting some lag on this end too. I think we
Yeah.
got some frozen.
there's still some
Action.
issues.
Yeah, for
And I
as,
can-
as great as technology is and as good as everything normally does work, and normally don't have a whole lot of technical issues at this point, especially in the season, but when you do, it's very frustrating. And I know it's frustrating for these players too.
Sure, it is. Yeah, and it's
It
kinda
takes them
gets
out
in
of
your
their
head a
game.
little bit too.
Yeah. Yeah, it take me out of my game. I know when I'm playing and I'm having lag issues, I don't care if everybody else is experiencing it. It seems like I'm experiencing it worse.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. It throws you off, but I mean, once again, these players are so smart, they're so intelligent. You see them. I mean, how quick did they hit the pause button? I mean, you know, it's
Yeah.
just like second nature for them. Like they know how to deal with it. They know how to adjust. You can put them in any situation, any scenario on this rift, and they'll figure it out.
Yeah, Don Tyson's now moving as a group, guys. They're looking for a fight somewhere. They're trying to clear wards right now.
Oh, they're
Right here
gonna
they
get
go in the
this
mid
with
lane.
Pal.
Easy pick on Karthus.
Yeah, and that's 1,000 IQ play right there. They just
Yeah,
caught him
and
out.
now they got 29 seconds for Dragon to come up. They're
Yep.
moving down there, getting position, taking care of the wards. They're like, Vision? No, I don't think so.
Well, and that was what their object was. They wanted to clear the wards, get a ward of their own in Dragon Pit. If they find a great pick in the mid, great. But oh man, here we go.
I know,
Smith is
right?
pushing Baron right now.
yeah,
They may,
here's.
not, they may not know this is happening, guys.
Well, I don't think they
No.
do. I think they're thinking, you know what? We'll let you have that Drake, but we'll just take Baron instead. And man, 1,000 IQ play, and then another 1,000 IQ play.
We don't-
The
we
other
don't
team,
get-
I mean, wow.
We don't get to the state champions playing willy-nilly here. It's like,
Unbelievable.
Man, that is phenomenal team
I was
play.
just-
I really was just about to say, Chuck. I was like, every time you think Don Tyson in his playoffs,
yes.
kind of down and out, or you
That's
thinking,
what I
"What's
was
not going their
thinking."
way?" That they find a way to make something go their way.
Yeah, it amazes me. Don Tyson does so good at playing from behind. They play the long game. They're always in it to win it. But, man, Southside's like, yeah, we can do that too, guys.
Yeah, that's what's smart. I think the Karthus knew whenever he was picked out, hey, he told his team, hey, guys, they're moving the Dragon Pit. Let's just try to pick up Baron while they're there. And that's exactly what happened. Incredible plays.
Both of those were the right decision.
Absolutely. Now, here we go.
Both- yeah.
This is going to get picked out again. This Kane, oh, man.
Ooh,
Battle in the mid lane here.
right under tower.
Wow.
That,
and then the
oh,
ultimate from Olaf coming out. They're going to get
Ouch.
him, man. Wow.
Just
outer
too
mid
much
towers are
sustain.
gone.
Man, he looked like he was shot out of there by a cannon, man. I mean, wow. That mid lane, guys. I mean, that's like, wow, look at him go, man. I mean, it was terrifying from my angle.
I'd like to apologize to our
We're just gonna push
viewers
in here.
that we're blowing out our mics, but this is incredible.
Okay. That's incredible that Mordekaiser was able to pick up a kill at all. That was a 3-on-1.
I'm telling you, we've said the name Laugh Wizard enough that I remember it. So that's really saying something because I'm horrible with names. But I'm telling you, this kid is a top lane terror. We've seen it over and over and over again. And even with him being down, he doesn't have to lead like we've seen in past games. But he's still a force to be reckoned with, no matter what.
Absolutely. You know, he's now getting some items on board here. He's getting some magic resist up. Already got some armor. Got the demonic. He's getting some health. You know, and this Kayn, I'm telling you guys, right here, he's doing a really good job of building. He's got that Gore Drinker. He's got the Death Dance done. He's going to be hard to kill.
Yeah, and I you know, before the game we were talking about these two junglers going at it, and they've both been in great positions. They've both had opportunities and given their teammate opportunities. They're both playing it just exceptionally well.
Yeah, they really
Absolutely.
are. Guys, this is an even battle here. Neither team is really. Yeah, you can see that Gold leads. Fort Smith has got it a little bit, but you know Don Tyson's making some movements around the map. That's I think everything's equal.
Well, you know, Lupao, they let them have the Drake and they picked up the Baron, but they didn't really get a whole lot out of that Baron.
Not
No, they
enough
didn't.
value.
They weren't able to just you know, mount a one lane assault and just force Don Tyson to have to deal with it. That didn't happen. So nice job by Don Tyson. Situational awareness and knowing as a team what they need to do to try to counter that Baron buff.
And we've been
Absolutely.
saying it all tournament. Don Tyson is experts at staying in the game, keeping their head clear, and playing for the win.
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say, Chuck, the motto for Don Tyson is resilience at all cost. I mean, they don't get down. They don't get frustrated. A lot of teams, if they would have came out and played against Southside and Southside had that start against them, they would crumble. I promise you. But not Don Tyson. They're on point. They're on board. They obviously have strong leadership.
Face
very
it,
good
Fooey
communication. They
and Wu Pao.
are amazing.
We would have tilted by now.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no doubt.
We'd have been talking bad about each other's mothers. We know it.
I said
Yeah,
most matches you would be in online. If that top went like that right off the bat, you would be seeing FF across the chat screen.
Yeah. Oh, here we go, guys. Bottom lane. Mordekaiser going with the ult.
Got the ult from Ash coming out.
Okay, here's Syndra to push to turn the tide right here,
Oh,
possibly.
we got Olaf just running it right up the gut with the ultimate too, Wu Pao.
You know,
Ooh.
this is
Oh, Ignite!
Big battle going on right
no,
here.
heals come in.
wow. Great recovery by Kennen. In the meantime, guys, look at that top lane. That Darius had free roam, pushed in the secondary tower, and now is pushing base right now.
You got to be able to see everything.
Wu Pao, I'm just
AG
going to go ahead
Turtle.
and say it. That Olaf looked like Barry Sanders running it right up between the A gap.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go again. Here, the top laner is okay. Darius may die here, but that is his trade. He may even get the inhibitor, guys, before he goes down.
Yeah, he's going to try to get that inhibitor.
Yeah, and we're
AG
gonna
Turtle
for the dragon
said he
down
was
there.
ready for this.
Look at these two junglers going at it. Oh man, the Kayn. I think the Kayn's going to end up. Is he going to get him? Oh, he
He's
is.
gotta
He
get
doesn't
him.
have the ultimate. Nice job by the Kayn. He just stopped that Drake right there.
16 kill count, even for the first time since 0.
Well, and that Kayn, guys, I'm telling you right now, if you look at his itemization, he's building to survive. He's getting lifesteal, resistance is built up. He's going to be hard to deal with, and they're really going to want this Drake.
Yeah, and he got the spirit visage there for the magic resist too, Wu Pao. So that tells you right there that he's building for sustain. He's going to stay in the fight. He's going to stay in there longer to help his team get more
Oh,
AoE
boy.
damage pumped out. Nice job.
Good job by the Kennen right there, guys. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but the Kennen was 0-5, and those last two fights they've taken, he's gotten 3 of the kills. So Kennen is climbing back in this game, and that's one to watch because that's a hero that their mid laner plays and is very comfortable with. So if they get that Kennen built back
And now
up, that's something to
DT on the
watch.
Baron.
Yeah.
And-
Wow,
and
they're just saying, oh, you know what? We're going to wait in here and take this. You got the first one. We're getting the second one. Deal with
I
it.
don't. Fort Smith is going to contest it, guys. They're not going to be able to get it. They're going to see a battle here.
We got the ultimate from Olaf coming out
Ooh.
here again.
Ouch.
Oh, man, there's that jungler, Wu Pal.
I'm telling you, that Kane is impossible to deal with, guys.
10-2, Wu Pal. I mean, he is dominating. And look how little damage he took right in the middle of all that.
I mean, that's the thing. He has so much life steal. When these big team fights like this, the more damage he puts out, he's going to heal, and he's going to be impossible to kill, especially with a Soraka.
And then they're just going to jump right back in the pit, and here we go.
Don
Now
Tyson.
Side's going to sneak up there and get a tower while this is going on. Like they know they're going to have to
Unbelievable.
give it to Baron, and they're going to get up here and get a tower and put more pressure on. So even though they get the Baron buff and they win the team fight, they're going to say, you know what, we're still not out of it. We're going to take your tower too.
It's no surprise though that these Don Tyson kids go to a school that's called Don Tyson School of Innovation.
Yeah, they can innovate around anything. That's for sure. They definitely know how to get back into a game. Look at guys. Look at the gold now. It's a dead even.
It just amazes me how they are so aware that even with all these team fights and objectives, they still farm. I mean, they're still constantly farming.
Absolutely. You know, something that happened in that last team fight that I want to mention is this Kennen may only be 3, 6, and 8, but I think the last 2 team fights, he has Zonya's built now. And he's done such a good job. They're trying to focus that Kennen because they know that ultimate can kill them all, really. And he does a great job of using it right there at the last second, that Zonya's, to save himself and allow that Kane and that Mordekaiser to put some more pressure and to get some more kills.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Wu Pal. The Kennen, especially in the late game, but even when he first gets his ultimate, if he flashes in and ultimates their entire team in a team fight, he can melt them all. I mean, that's just the way Kennen is built. He is super burst damage. He's super squishy, but you have to be aware where he's at. You do not want him in your grill in a team fight, I promise you.
Absolutely right.
30 minutes in and we're still no closer to a definitive winner. We've got Don Tyson in the upper right corner playing red, and Southside, Fort Smith, bottom left corner in blue.
Yeah, and Don Tyson's done a good job of kind of pushing back on the towers a little bit. You know, they've got now they've got all 3 first tier towers done. They'll start working on those second tiers right now. They're going to try to want some more vision, some more map control as well, because Fort Smith's done a great job of really pushing that tempo at the beginning of the game, and now it's Don Tyson's turn, I think, to push it back.
We'll have another Drake up here in just about a minute, Wu Pal.
Oh my goodness, that's
oh
Syndra.
wow. There you go.
Yeah.
I told you he's squishy. He just got deleted
Yeah.
there.
Our Syndra just does way too much damage.
I said it's he's just so dangerous. I mean, it's risk and reward with him playing him because, like I said, he is
the king
in the last
fixing to go to
cannon.
work.
Yep, here he goes. And
You
the
may lose your
Mordekaiser
cannon.
in there. Said never count this Laugh Wizard out.
You can't. Absolutely right. You just can't.
He intentionally targeted the squishies in that team fight, and it paid off.
Absolutely.
Now they set themselves up perfect to get this Drake.
Yeah, now we got spawn timers, of course, that are going to be a little bit longer now, and fights like that are going to be even more important because now you pick a team fight like that, or you pick one out, and Drake's got what 17 seconds here before it spawns.
Yeah, but that allows them to get down here and clear some of the enemy jungle, but it also allows them to get vision and be prepared. So Southside, if they try to come in here on this, they don't really know what they're wading into. They would literally just have to face check this right at this point.
Yeah, I don't think they can. I don't think there's any way they can combat this one. This Drake is going to go to Don Tyson with no problem.
Yeah, and they just burn it down so fast. There was no way anyone could get there in time to do anything about it.
Yeah, and at this point too, if I'm Fort Smith, I'm going to try to pull them apart try to get their squishies off guard. I'm not going to face Don Tyson 5-on-5.
No, you're right, Chuck. If we're gonna fight 5-on-5, it's gonna have to be over Baron. I'm not gonna take any chances on feeding you a free kill or putting ourselves at a disadvantage, roaming around the map and face checking areas that we can't see. So they're too smart for that.
Yeah, and this Kane, guys, just finished his Sterix. Now he has even more health, more survivability. I really think the game is gonna wait on this Kane. If they get a pick on this Kane and somebody that needs it gets this 700 gold bounty that he has on his head, maybe Fort Smith can do something about it. But as of right now, this Kane is running unchecked.
Yeah, and that Sterix is huge, Whoop Out, because that just gives you such a huge shield when that procs. I mean, that's one of those where I think I got you, and then, oh, wait a minute, 3/4 of my health is now a shield. So
Right.
it's that Sterix gauge is very, very nasty. That's normally a bruiser item, but very nice by this Kane building so tanky.
And guys, I think Don Tyson's comfortable just to hang out in this jungle around this Baron. They want another Baron.
Yeah, I mean, they're so evenly matched that.
And I think Food
you
called
need
it.
that buff.
I think Food called it. Fort Smith saying, yeah, we'll fight over this.
Oh, we're definitely going to see a fight, guys, for sure. Fort Smith is now, they're all bush camping right here, just waiting for the right moment. Maybe somebody overextends a little bit. But they know that Don Tyson's here in the river. They know they're going to wait on Baron. Yeah, we're destined for a team fight right here, guys, for sure.
Yeah, is Don Tyson going to end up face checking into that bush? Ooh.
This is the calm before the storm, guys.
That's right.
It is.
Yeah, and the minions
gone.
got bottom tower.
And they're going to target that Kane. They're going to try to get him if they can, man. They want that. There comes the Sterix gauge, and then he's going to stopwatch on him, man. Oh, man, nice gameplay by that Kane, man. They were trying to get him.
But golly, Mordekaiser.
Here comes the Laugh Wizard. Takes advantage of them going after his jungler and just walks around and picks on the squishies. And they would have they had Kane by all rights. If he didn't have that stopwatch there, he was toast. I mean, they made the right play.
They absolutely did. Yeah, you're right. They pushed the right direction and on the right champion, but that stopwatch was just perfectly timed and was very much needed for that battle. And now they pick up another Baron. They're going to push towers on that Baron, guys. I really think they're going to group up here. They may split push, actually. They may split push and try to get some more tier 2 towers down.
Yeah, I don't see a hull breaker on their side, but they still could do a split push anyway.
Yeah, at this point in the game, we're almost 40 minutes in. Their itemization is so high now. If they've got some minions there, they can take a tower pretty quickly.
Yeah, we're going to see this go to, I think, people having full build.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely.
I mean, Kane's right there anyway, so, I mean, he's knocking on the door.
We got
We're
3
at
on
level
Don Tyson,
18.
level 18. Yeah, 2
18
on
Slugfest,
Fort
baby.
Smith,
I
yeah.
love it.
Yep. Yeah, I think Kane's full build now. He finishes up with the GA, guys, so he's going to say, you may kill me once, but you're going to kill me twice now.
Wow. Oh, nice ultimate there by Ashe. They're going to try to get a pick right here on the Darius. And the Kane's going to break out his ultimate too, so they are not messing around. And there goes your Kane.
Yeah, momentum's definitely on Don Tyson's side here.
Golly.
Kane is just, yeah, he's out of control now.
He is. It's to the point now to where I don't think there's anything you can do with him.
Yeah,
And Mordekaiser is.
Oh,
yeah,
here comes the ultimate from him. Oh, yeah. And he's just waiting on it.
knew it was coming. Just waiting for that cinder to pop
Yep.
out.
Yep. Man, they did
Yeah.
such a good job controlling
one-
him in the beginning of the game too, Whoop Pal. I really thought that they, had figured something out on that, and they did. For the first half of the game, he was pretty much neutralized, but man, he has just been relentless. and he just never gave up on it. And now you see him just contributing in this end game.
You know, that's what happens in the league. You get one champion that gets just hyper-fed like that, and they can just absolutely take over a game. And now Don Tyson's like, you know what? We're going to open the base up a little bit. Looks like they're gonna be happy with getting that middle cleared out, get that mid inhibitor. Now they're gonna start clearing some outer turrets as well. So
Yeah, I'll say they got the bot tower at the same time too. So very nice job of them picking up both of those.
yeah, no reason to overextend too much there and stay too long in the base. You know, they did what they needed to do, and now they can back out. You know, get some more items bought, and come back and be ready to fight again.
Absolutely love this League of Legends action here in the state of Arkansas. These kids are phenomenal.
Yeah, I have to remind myself, guys, we're watching kids play.
Yes.
I'm with you, Foo. I feel like I'm watching an LCS match here. There's just so many high-level plays and high-intelligent plays going on that I feel like I'm watching the LCS.
Yeah, it's a treat to get to watch this. I'm so happy that we get to watch this and be involved with it in some way and showcase this amount of talent, man. It is incredible.
You know, I think the big thing to look for here, that Mordekaiser now has a Rylai's. They have so much slows now on Don Tyson that they're going to have a hard time. The Ashe and everything, they're going to try and get in the way. But here's another battle, guys. Here's that Kennen going to work.
Yep, and here's your jungler, Wupao. He was right in there on that the whole time. Man, nice job there.
Yeah, the Nautilus has really nowhere to go. They're going to die from their tower for sure.
Oh yeah, he's toast. There's nothing he can do there.
Kayn is just pushing. Oh yeah, Kayn ultimate there in the middle. Good pick on Karthus. Good help by Ashe. Yeah, is that right there? I'm pretty sure that may be Doug the Grave right there.
That may be the GG. You're absolutely
I believe
right.
you're correct. They're so powerful at this point. They'll destroy that in a matter of seconds.
Wow,
fellas.
wow.
Absolutely incredible match.
Oh my goodness, I'm exhausted. I don't know if I can handle. I don't know if I can handle another one of these guys.
Don Tyson, the Juggernaut, picks up game one. Thing I hoped it would be. Man, I'm with you, Chuck. I'll have to take a nap after this. I'll be so wore out. I won't be able to do anything.
Well, what's crazy about that fight is, you know, Fort Smith jumped out ahead so quickly, and I thought, man, you know, here they're prepared, they're ready to go, and not that they weren't prepared, but Don Tyson just did such a great job of turning that around. They did a good job of getting that AG Turtle, getting that top lane. He got an early lead. They punished him a little bit later. Did a great job with objective controls there in the middle part of the game, and the Dragons. They never let them get that fourth Drake. Just outplayed, really. I mean, that's what happened. Don Tyson, about the 15-minute mark, just kind of turned the tables a little bit.
Did you see the support there too? 26 assists.
Wow.
That is phenomenal.
That is incredible.
Phenomenal.
And that's what a Soraka brings to the table.
Okay, y'all can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Yes, sir, you're good.
I see the lobby, and I keep saying that I think these players will take like a 10-minute break in between these matches, but I'm going to have to start requesting that they give me a 10-minute break.
Absolutely.
You know, and here's the problem with the next match. You know, if you're Fort Smith, you're like, okay, I really want to ban that Kennen, and I really want to ban that Mordekaiser. Well, then if you do that, you're giving the top laner the choice of Aatrox. You're giving the mid laner a choice of Rumble, possibly. You know, we talk about lesser of two evils. I'm not sure what that is.
I'm just going to go ahead and go on record right now. You can quote me. The greater of all the evils for top lane is Aatrox.
There's no doubt about that.
Whatever you do, ban Aatrox. I promise you, it will not go well if you let Aatrox into the game.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I said
I can't
I'm
argue with that.
I'm not being paid anybody to say that. This is just from us watching these entire playoffs and me watching a couple other matches from streams that I found. Anytime the Aatrox is in play, it does not go well for the other team.
No, you're absolutely right. That Aatrox play is absolutely crazy. But the Darius play is too. So I really thought that would be a battle of the top lane. And here we go again. It was the jungler. The jungler for Don Tyson just really took over on that match. I forgot what his final stats were, but it was several kills and possibly maybe 2 deaths. And his itemization was built correctly. He was building to live. Even the stopwatch purchase there in the middle of the game was on point. Ended up getting a GA. Just I don't know. I think it was well played by Don Tyson.
What are the chances that we see a Malphite in this match, Wu Pao?
100%.
100.
I think so. That's the first thing I'm thinking is like, if it's me and I'm on that team, I'm busting out the Malphite, baby.
We got
Yep.
Veggie RL and ADC weak Rolexed, both saying support gap.
Hey, I just pointed out how many assists that Soraka had, and I mean, if you are a support and you have 26 assists, even if you
Yes,
got
you
10
done
times,
something
you
right.
still had yourself a game.
Absolutely.
Hey, that was great gameplay by both sides. We knew that's what we were going to see. That's what we were hoping for. I love the flow of that game. It really felt like Southside was just going to kind of, barrel on through there. I can't say enough about Don Tyson, and it's like they could
Stay in power.
I think they could be down by 30, and it wouldn't even phase them.
I don't know. We've never seen him down by 30.
I don't think it would matter, Chuck. I'm telling you, these kids are so resilient. It's like they think they can win no matter what. I think if they were only allowed to buy one item for the entire game, they would never quit.
There's no doubt about that, guys. Absolutely right. That last match just showed. They had the first part of the map, the first part of the match. They were beat up pretty good, and did that stop them? Absolutely not.
No, and I think Ag Turtle's going to have something up his sleeve for this match. I just got a feeling.
He said he was ready, and at the beginning of the match, he was ready. He did look strong, and it looked like he had a plan to deal with their top laner, Don Tyson's top laner. But Don Tyson had a plan for him too.
Well, I'm telling you, we knew that both of these top laners are very, very strong players, very intelligent, very high-ranked players, and we knew it was going to be a slugfest. They did not disappoint us. The junglers played extremely well. I said mid. I mean, there's just great play across the board. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to leave anyone out here. I mean, I
was just about to say
each lane and say, no,
where's their weak players? Where's their weak players?
There's not one, Chuck. That's what's great about these games at this high level. A lot of times during the regular season, you're going to see teams that, maybe they're not as strong with their support role. Maybe their mid's not quite as strong as the rest of their team, and they'll play around it. Don't get me wrong. They're smart enough. They know, hey, we're going to have to try to compensate for that a little bit. But neither one of these teams have to compensate for anything other than what the other team does.
Right.
And that's what we're seeing right here. I think this little pause right here between the games is definitely, I think Fort Smith is going, okay, so we have to do this and this and this to counteract what Don Tyson has done. They're putting a game plan together, and I fully expect Fort Smith to come out firing on this one. And I do expect them in the first pick or two to pick Malphite. I really think that they see Don Tyson. The Don Tyson likes to I call it a death ball. They like to get all 5 together and just go run you over. Well, the best way to combat that is a Malphite ultimate. So I definitely expect a Malphite to be picked by Fort Smith in this game.
Well, both of y'all are smarter than I. If you are Fort Smith, is that your solution, or do you got other tricks that you got to deploy in order to beat this Don Tyson juggernaut?
No, you want to win the draft, and I'll put that in quotes, win, because it's kind of impossible at this point. But you want to build your team and your team comp to counteract what you see this other team pull out. They're good enough. They're obviously talented enough. You can't ban out all their champions. So if I'm them, that's what I'm thinking is, okay, let's win the draft. We had them down, so we know we can do it. We went 1-1 in the regular season, so we can throw that out the table. We know we can beat them, and we had them down, guys. We had them down, and we almost, had our, as my old coach would say, we had our foot on their neck, and we let them get away with it. I mean, basically, and they had control of that match in the very beginning. They just weren't able to sustain the control, and just like with League, one team fight goes the other team's way, and now the tables have turned, and so that's what I think they need to do. And I'm by no means an expert, but like I said, they know they can do it. They just need to capitalize on a couple more fights, and they'll be fine.
Yeah, for sure. If I'm Don Tyson, I'm like, they played the game so well. I don't think there's a lot of changes that need to be made. I think they just need to see what Force Smith throws at them, and then if things don't change too much, if I'm Don Tyson, I'm happy taking my same 5 champions and going back at it again.
Yeah, but they don't want to see the Zach attack, buddy.
And they don't want to see the Aatrox either.
I love it, Whoop Out. I love it. They are like, we are not letting you play this champion, and I would be the same way. I would like, no, we're just not. We don't want to deal with that. We're not letting that on the Rift. Forget it. And they're going to get the Soraka out of there too. I like that.
Yeah, so I was going to say that the band so far are the exact same until that Soraka came in. That's a different one. They do not want to see that again. There was too much survivability, too much sustain that was given.
Too much assist.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and we're going to see the Yas out of there too. So almost a carbon copy on the bands right here, and it is, except with the exception of the Soraka.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're still not willing to go with that Aatrox or that Rumble, and I think that is very smart.
Looks like we're gonna get the Victor in the mid. That is definitely a comfort pick there. So I said, you cannot ban them all out, Woo Pal. I mean, you have to pick. Okay, what do we want to deal with?
Yeah, and I think the Victor may have been the other ban in the Soraka place. So as soon as they see that Victor's not banned, they're going to pick it up.
Oh yeah, you are right. Victor was banned in that first match. We did talk about that just briefly. So it's just like we're saying, you can't ban them all. So who are you going to let them play?
Okay, they're gonna say, hey, we're gonna take that Mordekaiser over here this time. Let me have
absolutely
that.
think that is a 1,000 IQ play
good
right there.
choice.
Nice
Yes.
job. Always nice to have Nightfall out on the Rift and Mordekaiser stomping around. So I like that out of these top laners, though, man. They're like, you know what? I'll show you how to play Mordekaiser.
Some Akshan.
And the other, you got the other top laners saying, well, I'll show you how to play Darius. So I love that they just are going at each other.
Well, I fully expect a Darius pick as well here. I think we'll see a Darius for Don Tyson, possibly this pick or the next one. Of course, now this action pick maybe throw a little kink in that. That's not one you see.
The
we see a
Akshan?
Bear. Okay.
Man, Akshan. We're used to Akshan, aren't we, Fooey?
Yeah, we see tons and tons of Akshan play. Man, his mobility is crazy.
Can be devastating.
Wow, so the Volibear could be top lane, could be jungler here, and now we see him hover over the Nautilus pick. Don Tyson may try to... Nope, they're going to relock in that Kayn.
I love that there, Woo Pal. They're like, you know what? Wait a second. Let's try that Kayn again.
Absolutely. And so the Volibear will be top now. The Volibear will be against the Mordekaiser. I think that's a really smart matchup and good choice by Don Tyson there. So now... Okay, I was going to say, we may very well see a Viego pick. Fort Smith, jungler, plays a very strong Viego. So, great pick by them, too.
And I like the Viego-Akshan duo because they both have invisibility. And you take that mobility and then just the Viego one-on-one fight potential is through the roof, especially in the early game because of his ultimate. Man, that's a nice 1-2 punch right there, Whip Al.
Absolutely.
And let's not forget what we started out this match talking about, and that is these two teams have met each other before, and it went 1-1. That's not going to happen today. We will have a decided victory, but I mean, definitely Southside could say, hey, this is our next one to win.
How many round table discussions do you think both of these teams have had during the week's time that they've been preparing for each other?
I bet their teachers had to keep them on task. That's all I got to say.
There's no doubt. So they're going to use their final ban for the Nautilus. They don't want to give that Nautilus over to Don Tyson.
I think that's very smart. Their Nautilus play, like I said, you have to account for every lane and every position on both of these teams because they're all excellent players. There's not one player that you can say, well, you know what, well, we don't really care what he plays because I think we can deal with him. That's just not an option.
It's not an option. Okay, so Aphelios, that's a good pick. That's a comfort pick as well for Fort Smith Southside.
Man, I love the Aphelios pick. He's one of the top ADCs down the bottom lane. He's difficult to play, but if you master him, man, you can really pump out some damage, and he has options, on his range attacks, his closer attacks. I really like the Aphelios pick, and I'm looking forward to watching the Aphelios play. And we got a Misfortune coming out here to counter that.
Wow. How meta.
I did not expect a Misfortune
I
pick
did
here.
not expect it either.
Okay, Misfortune Blitz. Oh no!
Oh,
don't you even.
what's going on? What's happening?
It'll be Leona. It'll be Misfortune Leona for sure. That's a good combination right there. Leona gets some stun, and Misfortune can just pump out so much damage.
Yeah, that stun, actually all her stuns, all 3 stuns, gives Misfortune so many opportunities to bust that ultimate out, and that's just a 1-2 punch right there that is,
All right, Volley Bear going top. Okay.
And I like the Renata pick down here too.
I do too. That's another champion that I've not seen a lot of, and at least not at this stage. But I think that Renata pick is a great one. Renata Aphelios is a good combination. I think that's a good matchup against Misfortune Leona. That's gonna be fun to watch now.
All right, people switching sides. Don Tyson now going to be in blue on the bottom, and Fort Smith Southside is going to be red on the top. We've got 3 minutes before game time.
Hey, Coach Sniff from Don Tyson just messaged me and says that the cast is great. His kids definitely want to watch the first match back with commentary, so that's awesome. Glad we can do that for them. He said he wanted to get the VOD, and I was like, absolutely. Hey, we're going to bring on Coach April Coates. Let me see if I can get her in our chat room here. Now, she is the coach for Fort Smith Northside. They're perennial powerhouse in esports, and that's all her doings there. As far as I know, she's a super coach. Never actually talked to her in person before, but she's kind of a legend, as far as Arkansas esports goes. So I'm super excited for us to have her on the stream, and I really appreciate her taking time out of her day to come on and talk with us.
Absolutely, because she's had her hands full anyways, guys. She's been involved in several of these other esports finals already today, so definitely appreciate Miss April coming on today. Definitely a super coach, and really appreciate your time.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here. I'm for sure tired. This morning was a little stressful, but we made it. We made it. So, no, that first game was amazing on here. So I knew it would be, though, with these two teams.
Definitely, yeah. These two teams are just powerhouses, and we knew it was going to be a Duke Fest, and that's what we wanted to see for sure. But so, Coach, if you would, just tell us kind of how your day's been so far. I know the Madden match this morning was a little bit hectic on you, but it was good to get that in.
It was, but I also think it was true showcase of what good sportsmanship is between those two kids, and it was both of us were playing from school, and it's just one of those days, and it was literally everything technology-wise for DeQueen just decided to die all at once. And so props to them because they figured it out and we got it figured out, but it definitely made for stressful little couple hours there, and then it ended where Madden match finished just as the Mario Kart match was finishing too, so it was defeat and then straight into super excitement. So
Absolutely.
It was kind of a weird moment.
Well,
Yeah,
that's, I don't want to get on my soapbox too much, but you're absolutely right. I'm going to fight for this as well next year to be a live event somewhere where these kids can all come together and do this in front of an audience, hopefully, and at least be all together in one place.
Well, I mean, I will say, like, Bobby Swafford coming in to take over for AAA, is, very, very active on social media. And I know that all day today we've all been tagging him on Twitter and all of these streams. And when all of that was going down with Madden, he did come out and say, no, we're looking towards in person in the fall. So, that gives me
Awesome.
hope that we're getting somebody in there that recognizes that this is what we need to
Absolutely.
make this really competitive and fair. So. But that DeQueen kid is no joke. That's all I'm saying. And he's a
Right.
sophomore, so we're
Right.
all going to have to deal with him for a couple more years.
Yeah, we touched on that earlier. I didn't realize he was a sophomore until I think maybe you mentioned that in a different channel possibly. But I was like, man,
Yeah.
that's that's somebody you got to watch out for 2 more years now.
Yeah, no, because we called him after the match to congratulate him, and I was like, so, what grade your player? And he's like, sophomore. And I was like, that's not what I wanted to hear, but okay. Okay, we'll deal. But, I mean, on the flip side of that, I mean, Cersei asked me, my entire Mario Kart team is seniors, so, I'm rebuilding next year. I've got a really good second team ready to jump in there, but
Good.
I'm rebuilding program next year for sure. I'm graduating a lot this year, so we'll see how it goes in the off season here. But no,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really happy you guys did this today because it's been awesome to watch it. But this is how we're gonna keep things moving forward here in Arkansas, is all of us coming together like that. And that's something I think we have here in Arkansas, is the coaches have really come together to like push our
100%.
passion forward with this. So I have good hopes for the future moving forward with the committee, like David mentioned earlier. We're really going to push with that this summer and try to get things really organized and going, and hopefully we'll hit the ground running next season.
Absolutely, and kudos to you too, Coach, for all your hard work and everything. We know, like Curtis mentioned, we know that Fort Smith Northside is always going to be a powerhouse. Had a great time watching you in Madden this morning, in Mario Kart as well. You got some great kids, and that's what we're all about. Is hopefully getting these kids a little more recognition that they deserve. This is a sport just like any other.
For sure. No, I appreciate that. I mean, it's definitely a passion project for me at this point, because y'all know I say this, like I'm not a gamer. I don't play these games. So for me, like, the passion for this comes from students and
Sure.
seeing what they can make out of it. So I'm not going anywhere. Not
Good
anywhere.
deal.
So.
I can't wait to meet you in person, April.
I know. That's what I said. It's gonna be so weird because we've organized these like PD things this summer for some of us, and I'm like, I'm actually gonna put faces to names. I'm not gonna know what to
That's
do.
right. Absolutely.
Yeah, hey, guys, I want to throw out there while we've got Coach April on the stream. When I started my program at Clinton, she helped me out a lot. She was a super coach. Anytime I had questions, anytime in Discord, she was more than happy to point me in the right direction, help me out, give me words of encouragement, help me work through some of the problems, which, it just, she was always, I knew if I asked a question, she would get right back to me, and she was more help than Play Versus was, as far as, just someone I knew I could go to, right, and get an answer for a question or something I may need. And I really appreciate that from you. You've done so much for esports in the state of Arkansas. I know a lot of these kids don't realize it. You do a lot of stuff behind the scenes, especially stuff with getting the council together. I know you've kind of been liaison for through Play Versus, and I just want to go on record saying I appreciate you. I appreciate what you do. I appreciate what you do for the state, what you did to help me and my program, but what you're doing for these kids here in Arkansas. And I can't say enough good things about you for that.
Well said.
I appreciate that. Like I said, this has become a huge passion project for me. What started as just like a little East project for my East program has, this is, some days this is what gets me up and gets me into school. So, I want it to keep growing. I want it to keep moving forward. And I know that the relationship all of us coaches have built, and the relationship our students have built, honestly, because they all know each other at this point, we can make this something great in Arkansas. Like, we can. And so I'm not going to stop until we get to where we want this to be.
I agree with you 100%, and I'm right there on the same train with you. We are prepared to do whatever it takes to get this to the point where these kids get the recognition they deserve. And I'm right there with you. I won't stop until we see it through.
All right. Super Coach April Coates, thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for having me. I'm ready
Thank
to
you
game
very
two.
much.
So, all right, bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, Coach. Okay, guys, game 2 kicking off. As we talked about, Don Tyson will be in the blue this match. Fort Smith will be in the red. And here we go again with some early trades and some early poke, and I love it.
Yeah, we're just excellent farming, man. It just never ceases to amaze me how skilled these kids are at farming. We're going to try to get an early gank up here on the top lane. Nice
Yeah,
job by
getting-
the Viego coming up and helping out the Mordekaiser there.
And was much needed. And he made,
Yeah.
Volley Bear's probably going to get punished. So I don't know.
Man,
Never
I don't know either. Yeah, never
Never
mind
mind.
on that. Hey, we got a little stutter step dancing up
I
there
like
too,
it.
saying, "Hey, come get me, buddy." I
Wow.
love it.
Let's do this.
A little friendly poking right there. I love
come
it.
on, come on, let's do this.
Yeah, come at me, bro.
But he is going back.
Wow. Yeah,
Man,
that's
so is Mordekaiser.
Oh, I'm telling you guys, if you play in top lane, which I play in top lane sub, and I mean, I know it's nothing compared to these kids, but when they do come in, okay, I'll admit, the one time that they tried to gank me and I was able to turn it around on both of them, man, that's like the best feeling in the world.
Yeah, it really is. And to these kids, though, it's just like, hey, just another thing, just another day.
Yeah.
I really do like this Volley Bear pick. However, I think that's really intelligent on Don Tyson. They said, hey, you're going to take our Mordekaiser? Well, I'm going to give you something hard to kill. And Volley Bear is definitely going to do that. It looks like they've got some early health crystals. So this Volley Bear may really be looking to just be a super tank and just absorb all the damage.
Yeah.
Their
and
pace seems to be the same this match as last match, though. We're going to have level 6 by 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, I want to see this level. You watch if Laugh Wizard hits level 6, I wouldn't be surprised to see him bail right in on a tower with that ultimate, because it does stop the turret from working. So he's has excellent kill potential with his ultimate at level 6.
Absolutely, and here again we have that Kane pick coming from their jungler. So that Kane could be anywhere hiding in a bush or in a wall when that happens, and I think the kill potential is going to be very high in this game.
And I like watching someone else play Akshan. Our mid laner plays Akshan a lot as his favorite mid lane champion if he does have his choice. He gets banned out a lot, but man, when you're watching Akshan just swinging around and his mobility, man, it just looks like it's just so much fun to play.
And a lot of fun to watch, too, especially when they're getting picks.
Yeah, and the great thing about his ability, too, is he can use it offensively, but he can use it defensively, too. So it's real utilitarian.
Hey guys, looks like we're trying to get around the dragon pit here. I know that they're going to back up a little bit. I thought maybe Fort Smith was going to kind of push up on that a little bit, but they may just
Volley Bear
concede this
does
dragon.
have his ultimate now. Laughing Wizard is ready with that.
Yeah, they're going to get this great. Nice job.
Yeah. Fort Smith was just not comfortable pushing up on that one. They felt kind of like they didn't have good pressure anywhere else on the map, so they had to concede that one.
Yeah, and nice job by them getting out of the bottom lane. Like, they pushed that tower, but as soon as they saw that Drake go down, man, they backed immediately because they knew they were pushed up too far.
Yeah, this Volley Bear,
Scary.
right there. There's the ult coming out. Of course, Mordekaiser's ults too. They're battling inside the arena here. They're both happy to walk away.
I love it. And we have my slobber knocker already. I love it.
I think that thumbs up was actually something else in Pinglish.
Hey, that's great, man. If you're gonna use your ultimate, then I'll just use my ultimate. Hey, we'll go toe to toe if you want. I love it. One thing too about the auction, which I didn't realize this until I kind of like looked into that a little bit more. Whenever he throws that blade out there, um, if it hits minions, it keeps extending the range on it. So his clear is exceptional because of that.
Oh yeah, for sure. That boomerang goes a long way, or I call it a boomerang. I'm not sure what it is,
Well,
but
I'm not sure what it is either, but
yeah, his wave clear, especially whenever he gets some itemization, wave clears is going to be a problem. But right now, Victor's holding his own. Victor can wave clear as well, really good, especially when that laser gets upgraded.
yeah, and we've seen this Victor before, and it's very, very nice gameplay. He's been kind of quiet in a few games, but he's steady, and he's just solid gameplay.
Yeah, and in this game, guys, if you'd have told me by the 8.5 minute mark we'd have no kills, I'd have said you're full of it.
Yeah, especially after that one. Especially after
think-
that first one was the triple kill on the first kill.
Right. I think the previous match, Fort Smith was really taking it to Don Tyson, and Don Tyson had to answer. But I really think Don Tyson's comfortable with just, hey, we're gonna farm a little bit. We're gonna try to get ahead. We're gonna try to put ourselves in good position, and they're comfortable with doing that.
Yeah, Don Tyson's like triple kill, no kill, whatever. We're here for it.
Yeah, I think you're right about that, and we talked about that a little bit in the break. But I think they're comfortable playing from anywhere. It just doesn't matter to them.
I'm looking across here, and I'm just they have a lot of team fight ability. I didn't, during the draft, I didn't look at that a lot. That Leona stun is going to be great. Of course, Miss Fortune can take out a whole slew of people if they're too close together. Volley Bear's ultimate. Oh, here we go on the river, guys.
I was about to say, here's going to be the first one. I think Kane's going to bust out the ultimate there on the Renata.
Yeah, but
He's
oh,
not going to
good
get it.
flash,
He's going
but
to go down. Yeah, nice job on the auction. And you talking about the team fight there too, Wu Pal. This Renata's ultimate is devastating, especially if someone gets a lead on you, because you just charm their ADC or their fed jungler and let them kill all their buddies.
Well, and that's the other thing too. I think Fort Smith is really. I talked about a little bit. They didn't. They wanted to find some way to deal with Don Tyson's death ball. Well, Renata is the good way to do it, because you get a death ball and she ultimates, and you're fighting each other for second and a half, 2 seconds. That's a problem.
Yeah, we've seen this in a couple of matches where her ultimate was so effective that it basically won a couple of team fights on its own.
There
We
goes
got
that
Akshan
auction.
swinging in here. Is he going to get the man? Victor,
Boom, with
nice
too much
job
tower
by
hits
Victor.
and then right into the jungle.
Yeah. Wow.
But
Yeah.
he did pick up the kill on the Victor. So I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's probably a fair trade in Akshan's eyes. Is he's now up 2-1. I may got killed, but I think it's worth it.
I love the supports up here just shoving that wave on in and helping out and doing exactly what support should be doing. Just doing support things.
Oh, here goes Volley Bear. I expect another ultimate any second here before it gets under tower range, but nope. He's just going to push him out.
At this stage of the game, in laning phase, a push out's almost as good as a kill.
Well, this Leona has moved to the top lane, so this Volley Bear is definitely going to go into tower range.
Bam.
Ultimate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, but he's going to
Bam.
bust out the ultimate on the Mordekaiser, though.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's-
nice job right
Ooh,
there.
huge. And the
Nice.
auction takes out the
Huge,
volley bear.
yes. Look at that mobility, Chuck. I love it. And he's going to bust
Yeah.
out the ultimate right here.
Yeah. I knew that we was going to see some exciting plays by the auction. That's just how auction play is.
Nice job by Ag Turtle pulling out the ultimate there. If he didn't pull that out, he was toast.
Absolutely.
And by doing that and getting himself out of there and making it a one-on-one, he just totally negated that gank.
Does look like Don Tyson's going to take this Drake.
Yep, they sure
Be
are.
their
And
second-
there we
yeah.
go. Objective control.
Yep.
You know,
Second
that's-
one.
Yeah,
They
that's
started
too early.
out. Yeah, they started out the last game without the objective control. Now they've got it. I mean, if I was Southside, I would start getting a little worried that now Don Tyson's playing exactly the game that Fort Smith can't let him play.
Yeah, I think they're starting to ping the Herald pit a little bit, so we may see a battle around there pretty soon. Viego's kind of in the area. Volibear was, but he's going to back, so he may have. Oh yeah, Volibear's already got his mythic on board. No surprise there. So does the jungler. Kane now has his Gore Drinker, so it looks like he's going to go very similar build as the last game.
Maybe they should rename their team to 12-minute Mythics.
12-minute mythics.
I mean,
I think that's
wow,
fair.
Whoop. I mean,
I know.
it just makes me so excited to watch their gameplay just because they're playing at a professional level.
Yeah, I said it before. I think this Volibear is going now. I think that the Frostfire Gauntlet. I think he's really going to be a super tank and just try to absorb as much damage as he can. Let that Misfortune, let that Victor, and that Kane just do the wailing on him.
Yeah, nice
Southside
job by
does pick
Viego
up- yeah.
coming up there too. Because if Viego didn't come up there, man, that Volibear and that Kane were ready to bail in on that fight.
Yeah, now they have the
were.
Herald too, and that Herald this early in the game can really put some pressure on, and they're probably going to pop it here before this plating falls, get a little extra money. Looks like Viego may move to the mid lane for that one.
Yeah, this Viego play has been really on point. I mean, he's the only one with any kills, on on the red team. So if he could pick up another one or two, man, they might be able to just play around him.
So here's the Herald
Ooh,
coming out, just
yeah.
just shy of the plating though, but that's okay. They're still going to get some pressure in the mid tower.
Oh, nice root by the Renata.
Yeah, but it
there.
was-
man. Oh, we're
Oh,
gonna
good ultimate.
Misfortune ultimate. Oh, and she.
Oh, she's
Bam.
still going to die
She
though.
does,
Yeah,
yep,
she still goes
does.
down.
Yep, nice job by the Misfortune there.
Yep, great use of her W and her ultimate right there. She was getting some pressure in her tower and just was able to turn it around.
Yeah,
We're
that was an excellent turnaround right there.
We're 15 minutes in. It's 3-3. Gold count is kind of nominal on the difference. Don Tyson does have 2 Drakes.
Man, here comes those double ultis right here in the top lane, guys. Oh, the slobber knocker. I love it. Man, what do you think? One of them's got the edge, then they just flip it on each other.
They do. They're still comfortable
Wow.
with
Oh,
no
he's still got the
health.
shield. Oh, and he is
Ooh,
going to
and he
get
goes
the
down.
volley.
Yeah, volley does go down.
Hey, I'm going to give a shout out to Ag Turtle on that, man. He's like, you know what? I can play in this top lane too, buddy.
Yeah, and Act Turtle's been holding his own. It's just Laugh Wizard is such a dominant force.
But like we mentioned before, Ag Turtle is very comfortable on this Mordekaiser. That's a champion he's played before and is comfortable on it. And he's getting a lead now. Got some armor boots going on. So getting looked like some magic penetration. So that's good.
Yeah, he's working on his mythic, but I like that he picked up the Thornmail there. So he was playing defensive against that volley at first, but I like the volley picking up the Frostfire Gauntlet there. I mean, he is really building tanky Wu Pao.
Yeah, he is, and is probably going to need to do that because Viego and Akshan both have now picked up, as some people call it, the cringe bow, the shield bow has now picked up. So, they're going to be a little harder to kill too.
Yeah, and so that's really going to give them 2 tanks on that side there with the Leona and tanky volley. So, I don't know if they're gonna have to really pump out some damage, but here they come in on the Mordekaiser. They're probably gonna mop him up
Yeah.
right here. Nice
Yeah,
job
they're
by
gonna
their
get him.
jungler.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a no you don't kind of play.
Oh, good
Ooh.
job. Oh, Misfortune just could not quite get the kill on that one.
Yeah, went ahead and goes
Man,
down.
and here
but
comes Akshan dipping in that bottom lane.
Yeah, great job.
absolutely full
Yep,
map
and this
pressure.
is gonna set them up for Drake.
I really thought that Misfortune had it right there, but there was just too much damage to deal with, and good rotation by Akshan coming to that bottom lane for sure.
Yeah, and nice job going back up and clearing out vision to try to make sure that Victor can't come down here and make a play on that.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is definitely a free Drake for Fort Smith.
Yeah, but then Laugh Wizard's going to make him pay up here in the top lane because
Yeah,
he's going to
yeah.
get close to getting this tower if he doesn't.
Every action has an opposite and equal reaction.
Yeah, it looks like he may stay for this, guys. Mordekaiser's really close.
Why
I don't know
wouldn't
if-
you?
But here's Kane. Kane's here, so now he can't. The tower's gonna fall.
tower's going to fall, and they're going to have pressure for the second tower. The other yeah, it's just
Yeah, they're,
Nice
they're,
job
they're
by the
comfortable
King.
there. Absolutely,
Yeah.
they're comfortable
Oh,
there.
here
Just
comes
pushing him
Akshan,
off.
though. He's sneaking in. Let's see if he can make a play on this. Oh, man.
Yeah,
he just
Akshan's
misses,
so
but he does
fast,
get the
yeah.
shove out there.
yeah.
Man,
He's so fast. He could have maybe have done something, but he's probably smart by backing out.
Man, I love the map awareness of, well, if you're going to get the Drake, then I'll just come up here and help shove the top. Like,
And now they're,
the
now
jungle,
they're
you
going to
know,
push middle.
yeah.
You know, that Renata's kind of moving around a little bit now. We're looking at her mid lane, but Victor does a good job of escaping right there, kind of holding his own.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, they're all calling the river. They're all moving towards the river.
And this Victor's probably going to want to back here pretty soon because I'm pretty sure he's got enough money now to finish out that. What I'm assuming is going to be a Ludens.
How do you know so much about these items, Whoop Out? I'm sitting here thinking, my gosh, and you're like you play with us.
Just too much time in this game. Too much invested.
Obviously, quite
Yeah,
impressive.
I like, you see again, Fort Smith with the boots across the board, man. I mean, they are on that every single time. They want that mobility.
Yeah, they do, and I get it. I mean, that's the best way to set up these fights, and they're doing a good job of it. They even did a good job of it last game. It just they kind of got snowballed a little bit last one.
Yeah, you can never count Don Tyson out.
No. You know, and here's a good example right here. I mean, Fort Smith is up 2 kills, but yet Don Tyson still has a 2,000 gold lead.
Oh yeah,
They do such a good job of CS. I mean, they're leading the CS board, except for the ADC, but everywhere else, the CS is definitely favored in Don Tyson's direction.
You got another ultimate coming out here, guys.
Great setup right there. Great setup into Misfortune Ultimate. That's what we're going to look for. That Leona stun into Misfortune Ult is death.
yeah. And at the 20-minute mark, a couple kill leads at this level is not that big of a deal.
Oh man, he was trying. I think he was really trying to bait volley in right there. Because I was
Absolutely.
wondering, I'm like level 10 into level 12 volley. I don't think you're going to win that. And that was a nice job of trying to bait the volley in. And we got the 2 junglers going at it right here.
Yeah, the
And
Upper
Diego.
Woods is
And
about
look
to
at
be.
her-
doesn't have
yeah.
a chance though.
Doe.
This Kane's gonna go under tower for it. He wants that
Yep.
kill.
I don't blame him.
But then you got him coming.
Ag Turtle going down.
Because they're-
Yeah.
Man.
You know, Philios tries to come in there a little something, but it's too little, too late this time.
Yep. And we're going to go ahead and get a little bit off this jungle here.
Oh
Well,
man, the Akshan
guys.
just swung right into the waiting arms of the Laughing Lizard there. Oh, he didn't see him.
And a great stun by the Victor. The Victor kind of set that fight up and was just, Volley Bear was in the right place, right time.
Yep, you're exactly right. And too, in that last bottom lane play, Renata busted out her ultimate, but they cleared out on that before it hit. So she really just wasted that ultimate. So they did a nice job of getting that cooldown out of her.
And it's a long cooldown, too. They won't have to worry about that for another probably couple minutes, so...
Moki Pearl and the ADC really making her presence known.
I think Fort Smith is really wanting this mobility. The Renata just picked up her mythic. She got the battle song, which I believe the passive grants even more movement speed. So I think they're really going to play around, setting themselves up, moving across the map, and goodness, I think they have all the movement speed you can possibly get.
Yeah, and I think they're planning for the long haul, really. I think that was their whole point in this. Let's set this up to where we can team fight really, really well late game. We'll just come in, we'll just farm, we'll just do the whole laning phase, and then let's just get to the end, and I think we can win it in the end. Here we go with the Leona.
There we go,
coming in.
guys.
Nice job, and there comes
This
that
will tell
ultimate
us
out right
all.
there.
Golly.
Man.
Good job on Volley Bear right there, initiating on that good Leona stun.
Bam.
Very
Volley
nice.
Bear going to clean this up. Kane's already in the base. He's not done. He wants that auction, and he's going to get
Definitely,
it.
he's going to get it. He may get tower. Oh, boom!
Wow.
I would have died.
And right there, guys, that's another free Drake right there. That team fight wins them a Drake, and now they can possibly even push the Baron Pit. They're a little low here, but they're going to be happy with getting the Dragon, maybe backing, and then setting up the next team fight around the Baron Pit.
And along the way, they're going to farm some gold.
Sure.
Yeah, why
And
not?
Just look at how low their health is after these team fights. Like they know exactly how much damage that they can take. Their ability to estimate how long they can stay in a fight, how many hits they can take when they need to get out is just amazing.
Yeah, it really is, and they do things so intelligently. Like they knew they had to push the Dragon Pit right there, but Laugh Wizard was able to push out in the mid lane, then moves over and takes the crab in front of Baron for vision, and then can back up before the enemy team spawns. So, just excellent plays from Don Tyson.
Yeah, and we're gonna see them push in here to a position of advantage with the Drakes too. So they got the kill lead advantage, they got Drake advantage. So I'm sure if I'm Don Tyson, I'm like, okay, we'll play this to the bitter end because we got the upper hand right now. So that's fine with me.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
if
they're fine with it.
If I'm Fort Smith Southside right now, I am a little worried.
Yeah, you kind of have to be. I mean, they're it's only 23 minutes in. They already have enough of a lead to already have objective bounties. And Laugh Wizard, here we go again, just trying to punish this Mordekaiser. He's going to.
And there goes AG Turtle. Yeah.
Yeah, Akshan and Viego is going to try to punish the overstep by this Volley Bear, but I don't think they're going to be able to get him.
I don't think they're going to be able to, yeah. No,
Yeah,
ooh.
And he's going to come in here and say, hey, you're not going to beat up on my buddy. I'm coming in on you too.
Here comes,
Wow.
Oh, boy, yeah.
And here
Yeah.
comes the
Wow.
MF ultimate under the tower.
Yeah.
Nice job by the
Absolutely.
ADC. Wow.
Absolutely.
Perfect rotation. Just great rotation, map awareness. That's a huge one. Here's Baron right here, guys. That's what they
Yeah.
needed right there to take Baron.
I mean,
And this
that,
is going to give them a huge lead.
that was set up by the Volley Bear pressure there and having to answer it. But you're right. That's an excellent job on the rotation. The MF ultimate polished that off. Wow, that was amazing.
All right.
Yeah, this is kind of the point in the game where if I'm Fort Smith, I'm like, okay, we got to make a change and we got to do something now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have to try to milk out this Baron buff first of all, and second of all, they need to farm every single thing they can and get every single piece of gold they can get to try to bridge this gap here for themselves.
Yeah, they do have objective bounties, and that's why we see Aphelios down low trying to pick up a tower. But I mean, there's not even enough pressure to take down the tower.
No, he just didn't have the minion wave there to help him. If he would have, he probably could have got that. But you're gonna see Don Tyson just bringing both the ADC and the support in here to circumvent that.
When he was the only one left on his team alive, Roman, I was watching that bottom lane. I was like, there's really not much he can do. He does not have the wave to go ahead and get all the way to tower with the situation at hand.
Yeah,
And
and that's
that
the other
was the
thing that's
case.
amazing about these kids is they know, when they need to pick up a wave, when they need to shove a wave, if it's something that's viable or not before they ever even get there. So, I mean, they're constantly watching these waves and where they're at on the map, along with all the 1,000 other things that they're watching and doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And they're farming gold the whole time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got 3 players nearly for Don Tyson at 200 CS.
Absolutely.
They feel so comfortable now, guys. They're just gonna keep pushing. I mean, they've got this Baron buff, like you mentioned, Fui. They're gonna push the towers in the mid,
Yeah, you got to get that mid inhib. I'm sure that's what they're thinking.
and they're doing a mini split push with this Volley Bear is so comfortable and he's so tanky right now. Picked up a couple other pieces of gear. Got some more armor. Got the Gnasher's Tooth. I mean, he's gonna be so hard to kill. You're gonna have to put 2 or 3 guys on just the Volley Bear alone to kill him.
Well,
Here comes the
thing
minion
is-
wave. Here comes the push into the
Yeah.
inhibitor.
He's got the Frostfire, and that slows and does AoE damage, but then you add the Gnasher's Tooth, and that's like 100% attack speed. So
Absolutely.
now he's just pumping out all kinds of AoE damage on top of the normal damage that he does anyway. It's just
Southside's going to have to get a pick. They're
Yep,
going to have
they're
to
gonna
shut
have to
down
do
this
something
Baron
here.
push. Yeah, if that Baron push continues on, they're in trouble.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
and-
think Mordecai.
oh,
yeah,
he's
Mordecai's
down.
going to cut out. That's not. And here comes another MF ultimate, and that's going to.
Oh my goodness, I think this is going to be GG.
I
Yeah.
think you could be correct there, Chuck.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way of coming back from this for Fort Smith. I just there's just too much pressure.
There goes the tower.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Baron buff is going to
that's-
allow.
that's-
Now
GG.
they're on the Nexus. Oh my goodness. Excellent job by Don Tyson, the undisputed champion of the AAA.
Unbelievable! What a great match.
Wow. Leona is 0-1-9 before it goes away. I wanted to say it earlier, but there's so much going on. There's your. That definitely changed some fights. Nice job by that support. Congratulations. I wish we're gonna get a game 3, but man, their adjustments are so good in between games. I mean, I can't wrap my head around it really. It's like they know exactly what they need to do in the second match.
Yeah, and you know we talked about it before. Their champion pool is so deep; it's almost if you can't ban everybody. And there again, they couldn't ban Leona, so they give up Leona to Don Tyson. And that's a champion their support player feels very comfortable playing, and it pays off. You mentioned it; she's 0-1-9. I mean, she was absorbing damage. You have the top laner with the Frozen Heart and the Gauntlet, just building tank to try to absorb all that damage so that Victor and that Misfortune gets go crazy, and that's exactly what happened.
I
Yeah,
can't
and
wait to watch Don Tyson in the Nationals.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry.
it's across the board though. I mean, look at you got Laugh Wizard with 6 kills. You got their jungler East Phantom with 7. You got the mid laner with 4 kills. You got the ADC with 3 kills. I mean, it's across the board.
It is absolutely. They play so well together. They know where everyone's at. That they did a great job in this series for sure, playing around objectives and making sure that they set up team fights where they knew they could pick somebody or even take the entire team fight and then go straight into the Dragon Pit of the Baron or the Herald or whatever it may be, and just did such a great job of putting pressure all the way across the map.
Yeah, congratulations to Don Tyson, the Juggernaut. They prove that they're the force to be reckoned with once again. Congratulations to Coach Sniff and his students as players. Congratulations to Southside for making it this far. There's no way you make it into the final without being top-tier talent, top-tier team, top-tier program. Absolutely love this gameplay. I can't say enough about every single student that's playing a champion out of here. So I know we point out some of them that we see or just something that we notice, but man, their gameplay is exceptional, phenomenal, and I absolutely love that this is what we're producing in the state of Arkansas in esports.
Yeah, it's impressive. You know, like I mentioned before, it's hard to keep in mind that these are student athletes and they're young kids, and their level of organization and how they play together, their leadership. There's so many qualities these kids have to get to this point. And like you said, congratulations to Don Tyson and Fort Smith Southside both. Really, really well deserved. Both are champions in my book, and that was such a fun match to watch.
Yeah, and like we said, Don Tyson moves on to the national tournament where everybody in Play Versus, each of the state winners do play for a national championship. And so I'm excited to be represented by Don Tyson, the state of Arkansas, to be represented so well.
Absolutely. And thank you all for tuning in to the stream here for the AAA Esports League of Legends Championship today. We knew we was in for a dogfight, and they gave us exactly what we wanted. So thanks again for watching with us, guys. We really appreciate it. And thanks to the coaches for letting us come in and commentate this. It's just kind of fun for us to do. We